Hey everybody, before we get started, I'm proud to announce a new sponsor for this video, which is Raycon. Raycon earbuds provide high quality sound and a compact design. And best of all, they do it for about half the price of other premium wireless earbuds. They have 8 hours of playtime on a full charge, thanks to this slick little carrying case here. Plus, they come with a built-in microphone and a variety of gel tips, so no matter what, they feel great. And unlike some other brands, they don't stick out of your ears. Also, while these babies may be small, thanks to their design, even on my giant head, they don't slip out. They come in a wide variety of styles and colors, so finding one that's perfect for you is easy. And since Raycon prioritizes customer satisfaction, there's a 45-day happiness guarantee, so there's no risk to give them a try. I've only just started using them, but they're great if you're at the gym or if you're out for a walk. So if you want to listen to your favorite music, podcast, or even my snarky comments on the go, Raycons are a great way to do it. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/Tenold to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. Alright, let's get into it. Well, last episode I did a movie that actually got released by a major studio and later found an audience on home video and cable. And even though I hinted I'd do Beastmaster next, screw it, I'm doing Spacehunter. I'll get to Beastmaster eventually. Maybe. Spacehunter, also known by its full title, Spacehunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone, is a 1983 Canadian-American sci-fi movie that not only attempted to cash in on the post-Star Wars sci-fi boom, but also the early 80s 3D revival fad used by franchise movies like Jaws 3D, Amityville 3D, and Friday the 13th Part 3, as well as lesser-known ones like Parasite, Treasure of the Four Crowns, and Rottweiler 3D? Okay. Unlike a lot of the other movies I mentioned, this actually had a decent budget and was produced by Ivan Reitman, who would later go on to produce and direct Ghostbusters the following year. Of course, the movie still had several production troubles, which included the film's original director, Jean Lafleur, getting fired 2 weeks into production and replaced by Lamont Johnson, who was mainly known for his work in television. In addition, the script was rewritten several times during filming, and the decision to make the movie in 3D wasn't made until after filming had already started. See, now that was a big mistake. They should have taken the 2010s Hollywood approach and done a crappy 3D conversion after the movie was already finished. It was also originally going to be subtitled Adventures in the Creep Zone, but they decided to change the title partway through production. Hey, it worked out for Return of the Jedi. Despite all these troubles though, the movie was eventually released, and today is fondly remembered by fans as one of the movies Ivan Reitman worked on before Ghostbusters. Damn, this movie's opening title is so strong it even bursts through steel. Even the Superman opening credits didn't do that. And because this is a 3D movie, it begins with stuff coming at you. Although if this is supposed to be space, these don't really look like stars. Instead it looks like gods bukkakeing all over the audience. There, that's better. So anyway, we begin with an outer space cruise ship flying through a nebula, which I'm sure is completely safe. Alright, who didn't put their phone on spaceship mode? I guess this thing must have been the Space Titanic, since only one escape pod manages to get away before the whole thing blows up. And considering they're headed towards a desert planet, I'm wondering if C-3PO and R2-D2 are in there. Oh, never mind, these robots are way slicker looking. Wait a second, those aren't robots, those are ladies. However, instead of Jawas, they're descended upon by a bunch of weirdos with no respect for personal space. They still get their own sandcrawler, though. Jeez, just their luck, they landed on the planet of horny junkyard people. Alright, before we go any further, I just want to say, I do kind of like the production design in this movie. Both the sleek, artistically over-designed stuff and the grungy, industrial-looking parts of the movie almost seem like you're watching an 80s version of something like Barbarella, or a story from a vintage issue of Heavy Metal magazine from 1983. Which makes sense, considering a couple years earlier Ivan Reitman also produced the Heavy Metal movie. And speaking of connections to Heavy Metal and Ivan Reitman...
And the police called from the 42 sector. You got 105 parking tickets. I think you should take care of that. And your ex-wife is looking for you. She hasn't gotten a check from you in 3 months.
Wow, Ivan Reitman gave John Candy a cameo? Oh, that was nice of him. Yep, that is indeed Harold Ramis's voice. And in case anyone thinks this movie's beneath him, remember he also made Year One. And again, I want to say that I appreciate the design of this movie, even if the effects here aren't on par with something like Star Wars. But they did borrow some Star Wars sound effects, apparently. So here's our main character, Wolf, played by Peter Strauss, who's sorta like this movie's Han Solo, and his chief engineer, Chalmers, who I guess is like Chewbacca if Chewie was a hot lady instead of a big hairy dog man. Wolf's a salvager who gets word about the missing women.
The Intergalactic Consortium has announced a reward of 3,000 megacredits.
3,000 megacredits? Shit, that's like $1 million fuck-ton bucks. They learned the women landed on a planet that was overtaken by a plague soon after it was colonized. After the plague broke out, one of the colonizers became a dictator and conquered the whole planet. And see if you can guess what his name is.
McNabb, alias Overdog, assumed dictatorship entire planet.
That's right, Overdog, which could either be an awesome 80s sci-fi villain or a shitty early 2000s nu metal band. Wolf sets out to rescue the ladies and collect a reward, and by the looks of it, the plague also turned the entire planet into Utah. Not a problem though, since Wolf has his own set of wheels for just such an occasion. Yeah, I like the look of this vehicle too. It's like an SUV designed by Mobius. Or possibly Jesse Ventura on acid. And as long as we're talking about weird designs, can't decide if you want to make a train, a battleship, or a sailboat? Fuck it, just put all of them together.
Strikers on the starboard! Over there!
We get our first major action sequence when a bunch of marauders attack the train ship thingy, and a lot of critics accuse this of ripping off the Road Warrior. While I can definitely see why they'd think that, I'm gonna offer up a different assessment here. To me, this movie looks like a bigger budgeted version of some of the Italian cash-ins of the Road Warrior made in the early 80s. So we have a bigger budgeted version of a low budget ripoff of a bigger budgeted movie. If that makes any sense. In any case, Wolf's got to rescue the ladies and collect his reward. And how does he do that? By fighting like a dirty bastard, that's how.
Works every time.
I'm not joking. Wolf seems to win fights by using schoolyard bully tactics. Even though this came out more than a decade before, this kind of looks like Waterworld if you removed all the water. Before Wolf's able to rescue the ladies, they're kidnapped by some marauders using hang gliders. So, hang on, are the people kidnapping him now the bad guys and the first group that kidnapped him were good guys? Or are they both bad guys? I'm a little confused. Oh well, more importantly, the marauders almost killed the Monty Python It's guy.
Where are the Earth girls?
They were uptaken by the vultures, Grandman.
Into the zone.
Yeah, but is it the Forbidden Zone? The title was very specific there'd be adventures in that zone. Chalmers also got shot during the battle, and we learned she was actually a super advanced real doll this whole time.
You were the best damn model they ever put out.
Alright, as out of left field as this seems, there actually are some hints that she's a robot before this.
3,000 megacredits is a lot of money.
I didn't notice them the first time watching, but it is a nice Easter egg for repeat viewings. Well, guess you're on your own, Wolf. Now that Wolf doesn't have Chalmers, he's gonna have to search for a new fembot. Well, this one's a bit of a fixer-upper, but it'll do. Unfortunately, someone tries to steal his ride.
What the hell are you?
She's a Brat Pack member. What's it look like? Molly Ringwald plays Nikki, and she is...
What do you think I am, you scrawny Earth bag? I'm a woman. I know about the new Earth Prollies. They flew by here. Ow! That way.
She's one of the main things people don't like about this movie. I guess she's supposed to be the plucky sidekick, but mainly it just looks like Wolf got stuck babysitting a new wave garbage pail kid.
So you're real lucky I'm here. Real lucky, that's all I gotta say.
If that's all you got to say, then I am lucky.
Nah, she's got more dialogue in this movie. Case in point, she doesn't even know what a hot dog is.
What's for food?
Hot dogs.
Hey, I don't eat no dogs.
It isn't a dog, they just call it that.
It's actually made from pigeons and squirrels. Now, do you want some or not? Well, been a long day. Better set up the old tinfoil sleeping bag and get some shut-eye. After all, by the looks of it, it's 3 in the afternoon.
Well, if you don't like women, that's his problem.
He likes women, he just prefers that they come with a self-destruct button, that's all. Meanwhile, in John Glover's lab from Batman and Robin, geez, this guy looks like if Bane and Mr. Freeze were one character. This is the chemist who is Overdog's second-in-command and the stand-in Nazi scientist for the movie. And you can tell he's a scientist because it looks like he raided a Spencer Gifts to make his lab. Sadly, Lord Dredd fell on hard times once the Captain Power royalties dried up. And yes, I know this was made before, but, you know, references. Meanwhile, Pretty and Stink tries to cozy up to Wolf, and it's about time he got up. It's clearly daytime. Before they continue on their adventure, though, Nikki's gotta wash up.
Oh yeah, you probably want to stand there and watch and get all excited when I dry out my stuff, right?
Don't flatter yourself, kid.
Come here!
Ooh, big mistake, bitch. This is an 80s movie. I can hit you back. Instead, though, he just gives her a shampoo noogie. There we go. Now Molly Ringwald's all cleaned up for her 16 Candles audition. However, they've got some company.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but it looks like if Mr. Plow went steampunk. Oh, never mind. It's just Ernie Hudson. Hey, combined with Harold Ramis earlier, that's 2 Ghostbusters down. Maybe Bill Murray's playing one of the junkyard people. Ernie Hudson plays Washington, a soldier who's also come to rescue the kidnapped women. He also knows Wolf from his time in the service. Wow, small universe, huh?
You're gonna need a partner, Wolf.
He's already got a partner.
Yeah, but could we make Ernie Hudson his partner instead of you? Please? No dice, we're still stuck with Molly Ringwald.
I mean, anybody smart would have melted that black scaff and cleaned him bare.
Whoa, easy, Nikki. They prefer the term Spacemen American, thank you very much.
This has to be the zone.
Yeah, but is it the Forbidden Zone? I mean, if you're gonna have adventures, it's gotta be there. Even though this movie's rated PG, it was nice that the filmmaker snuck some penis towers in here. Usually only Disney gets away with that. Before they get to the zone, though, they stop at this haunted grain silo. Now that we have some downtime, time to learn more about our protagonists.
Why do they call you Wolf?
That's my name.
Good name for you.
Character development. Whoa, easy there, Wolf. Molly Ringwald was only 15 when she made this. They already changed the title from Adventures in the Creep Zone, so back off, will ya? This movie may not be Ghostbusters, but it is still produced by Ivan Reitman, which means we get some Stay Puft Michelin Men in this movie. You know, I always wondered what Slimer would have looked like when he was still alive. Now, if anyone's wondering what these things are or where they came from, whatever, they managed to escape and these things are never seen again, so doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, in another shot that could be from a heavy metal comic, we finally get our first good look at Overdog, played by Michael Ironside.
You are pleased, your radiance?
You'll know when I'm not pleased.
Ah, by the sound of it, Michael's playing Overdog Claw. Seriously, look at those big metal mitts he has. By the way, Overdog's original name was King Creep, and you're about to see why.
That one. The one in the center. Undress her. Slowly.
Alright, as ridiculous as Overdog is, when you've got Michael Ironside playing a bad guy in a movie, he's at least going to be entertaining. Meanwhile, I think Wolf and Nikki just wandered into a futuristic water park. I mean, that's what it looks like with all these tubes. And since I've been making heavy metal comparisons all through the movie, here's some water Amazons who look like they could have stepped off the cover of an issue. However, because this movie's rated PG, don't expect to see much more of them than this. Oh well, Wolf doesn't seem to mind.
Good breeding man. I'll bet breeding with us would kill him.
I'll take that bet.
Unfortunately, while the ladies may be easy on the eyes, the monster effects they brought with them do not look quite as good. Wolf and Nikki are quickly captured, but then just as quickly escape. Seriously, this whole water Amazon segment is over in less than 5 minutes and then they're never seen again. Come to think of it, the whole middle section of this movie is very episodic. Basically, Wolf and Nikki wander into some place, they're attacked by some weirdos, and a couple minutes later they escape. I know I've been making lots of heavy metal comparisons, but you didn't have to make this movie feel like an anthology. I shouldn't complain though, since after this we get one of the easiest ways to kill time in a movie, a walking montage. Well, you got no choice, Wolf. You're gonna have to eat Molly Ringwald for survival. Before he's able to do that, though, he runs into Washington again. Man, that's convenient. Is this whole planet the size of a national park? Oh well, as long as this means Ernie Hudson's back in the movie, I'm fine with it.
Here's the deal. You help me go in and get the girls, I give you 750 mega credits. You fly us all out of here afterwards, I throw in another couple hundred. That's almost 1,000 mega credits.
Yeah, but he's talking about Canadian mega credits, which is like 800 regular ones. Wolf, however, demands they split the reward 50-50.
I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do with my half yet.
Your half? Hey, what you talking about?
Look, fellas, just ditch her and split the reward between the two of you. You'll get more money that way. Hey, what do you know? Looks like Wolf heard me.
Don't let him get to you. He's just a space tramp. A loner. I mean, most of us like to have some time on our own, but a guy like Wolf, he don't know nothing else.
I guess you could say Wolf's alone... what's the word? Cheetah? I don't know, something like that. They're joined by some guys from the sailboat train earlier who want to kill Overdog.
This is the only safe down place before the zone.
Yeah, but is it the Forbidden Zone? They made that long-ass subtitle. Are they never even gonna say the phrase? Wait, what the hell is going on now? They're getting terrorized by It's a Small World Jawas?
Why, they're children. Aren't they?
I don't know, but it looks like they're about to say, "Sloth love chunk." By the looks of it, though, they do not love you guys.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Stupid progeria mutant punks. They even ruined Ernie Hudson's ride. But that's not gonna stop Molly Ringwald from being the most whiny.
I am not losing my edge. I'm just trying to do things a little smarter these days.
Smarter? Being led by a scab girl who's barely out of her diapers?
I'm not a scab girl. I'm not out of my diaper.
Wait, so you're still wearing diapers? They finally reach Overdog's lair, which kinda looks like a cross between a junkyard and an art installation. Well, either that or the Thunderdome if it was an obstacle course. One man enter, and yeah, he's probably not leaving. Jeez, the future version of American Gladiators is hardcore.
I'll come with you.
No, you stay here with the Scrambler.
Why can't I come with you?
Because I just want to see Wolf and Ernie Hudson kick some ass and rescue the girls without you whining the whole time.
Because it's dangerous and I don't want you to get hurt.
Really?
Sure. Of course, she ends up going in anyway and gets captured by guard Colin Mockery. No, seriously, that really is Colin Mockery.
Okay, well, I'll just go someplace else.
You can ask the chemist.
As of right now, I'm rash-free.
Let's see what Overdog wants to do with her.
Get your paws off me, you ugly bag of slime!
You see?
I like her.
You do?
I like her for the maze.
Oh, you want to kill her. Oh, okay, that makes sense. If Nikki makes it through the maze, she can go free, and if she doesn't, she'll have to star in that shitty Gem and the Holograms movie. You know, it's too bad this never got a video game adaptation. This probably would have made for a pretty cool level. Alright, as much as I've been ragging on Molly Ringwald in this movie, at least her character actually does something here, even if her stunt double ends up doing most of the work. Meanwhile, Wolf and Washington rescue the ladies. Now they can collect the reward and get the hell out of here.
Pain in the ass.
Damn, even the other characters are getting frustrated with Nikki. Because this is a Canadian co-production, I think I know how Nikki's gonna get out of this thing.
I am Astar, a robot. I can put my arm back on. You can't. So play safe.
Hey, what do you know? She made it out. And I'm sure Overdog will be true to his word. After all, he has such a trustworthy face.
You have a very enviable life force. A life force you're going to share with me.
But you said if I made it through, I'm free!
I lied.
You know, this is kinda on you, Nikki. You should have known Overdog was a villain as soon as you saw he was played by Michael Ironside. Overdog's gonna take Nikki's life force, but in the meantime, he's gonna keep her warm under a fast food heat lamp. Look, Wolf, you already got the ladies. Just leave her and collect the reward. Or, fine, rescue her, whatever. I mentioned making a video game adaptation earlier, and I guess this would be the final boss fight. Aim for the red blinky part, Wolf! Or just anywhere, that works too. Just kidding, it's not that easy to kill Michael Ironside. Even Highlander 2 couldn't do that. Damn, Overdog survived a missile to the chest. How's Wolf gonna stop him? Tubing. Overdog's one weakness. Well, great. Michael Ironside, dead. Molly Ringwald, still alive. Oh well, at least Ernie Hudson's still in the movie. And this is a 3D movie, so might as well throw some explosions at the audience. Now that they got the ladies, Wolf and Washington can collect their reward and go home.
Where are you going?
Back, what were you expecting?
Okay, see ya. Who am I kidding? Wolf takes her with him.
Wait a minute!
I want you to come with me.
My sex robot died and there's no age of consent in space. You want to come with me? And so, Wolf and Nikki set off on several further adventures. Or at least that's what would have happened if this had gotten any sequels. In addition to the 3D gimmick, the film's release was strategically timed to be 1 week before Return of the Jedi, the thinking being that the pre-release hype for a new Star Wars movie would help Spacehunter be a hit. And considering it made slightly more than what it cost, I guess it worked? Maybe? Critics were a lot less kind, calling the movie derivative of stuff like Star Wars and The Road Warrior, and even Ivan Reitman would later go on to call the movie terrible. Okay, this movie definitely isn't a masterpiece, but terrible? Have you seen War of the Robots? Now that's a terrible sci-fi movie. Sure, Spacehunter definitely takes some inspiration from more popular movies like Star Wars and Mad Max, but the production design also has its own grungy comic book inspired charm to it. One thing going against it is the plot is kind of all over the place, especially in the midsection with Wolf and Nikki seemingly wandering into different sci-fi movies. It's almost like the screenwriters had several competing ideas and just decided to cram them all in, which kind of makes sense considering 6 people wrote this thing. It's in a bit of a weird spot. It's too expensive to qualify as a quirky indie sci-fi movie, but not expensive enough to compete with something like Star Wars. And while it's not quite weird enough to qualify as a true cult classic, the combination of various early 80s sci-fi fads is enough to hold some interest for fans of that kind of thing. Still though, I wonder what this movie would have been like if they had stuck with the original title, Adventures in the Creep Zone.
The one in the center. Undress her. Slowly!
Then again, maybe I don't. Well, it's all for now. Until next time.
Ah.